Hey guys, today I want to share 3 ways that lean thinking reduces stress. Do you have days where it feels like you're just stuck fighting fires, that you never seem to move anything forward? Like you're just trying to keep your head above water? I have definitely found myself in that position. I spent 6 months in the healthcare manufacturing role trying to help the facility implement lean. I came in so hopeful, so sure that I could make a difference in the business's bottom line as well as the people's lives. But then the whirlwind hit. The business thought lean was nothing more than a few training classes and some simulations folding paper. They hired me to be a glorified cheerleader, not to revolutionize their processes. I fought for the first 3 months just to get a foothold and to find out how I could get more than skin deep within the company. And then I found it. I related how the benefits of lean thinking can reduce the stress on everyone in the organization, and the movement quickly took off. I'd like to share 3 of those stress reducing benefits with you. Here we go. Number 1, with lean, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. It seemed like every other week the same machine would break down in the plant, like constantly. I asked to see their SOP for preventative maintenance, and they quickly laughed me off. They'd say things like, "Oh, those things are worthless. We've got some of the best mechanics in town. We just let them handle it." After talking with the mechanics team, it was clear that each one had their own method for taking care of the equipment. There was no standardization. When I got the entire team together, we created a single checklist that every mechanic would follow for every preventative maintenance session. Magically, the machine stopped breaking down every 2 weeks. Standardize so you don't have to fight the fires. Number 2, no one likes feeling pushed around. Show me a plant with inventory lying around everywhere, and I'll show you a plant that runs a push production system. Push doesn't help anything. It stresses employees. It clutters the system and slows it down. It hides the priorities and hides the problems. But it feels so natural. Most managers can't stand when they see their employees idle, so they push work on them. They rarely stop to think, why is there no work for them to pull into their station? Where is a bottleneck forming? Don't push people around. It's just not classy. And finally, number 3, when you think lean, you engage those around you. In my old job, it was clear that the line workers weren't respected. The only attention they would receive from management is when something went wrong. And the conversations weren't very fun to overhear either, let me tell you. The business believed that they only hired these people for their hands, pop the widgets together, don't cause trouble, and go home quietly. So naturally, when I started running Kaizen blitzes and I brought the teams off the floor to dissect their ideas and observations of opportunities in the job, management wasn't very fond of that. All they could see is a lost hour of productivity. But when I uncovered a simple rearrangement of the layout that reduced the footsteps required by 60%, they started to raise their eyebrows. And then when I converted that 60% reduction into annual savings, which amounted to roughly a single full-time employee, they actually began to embrace the process. So weekly Kaizen blitzes began, and engagement began to blossom from the lowest ranks all the way to the plant director. So what now, you might be asking? If you find some of the problems I mentioned above in your workplace, you probably have some room to grow the lean culture. Don't worry, you should be celebrating right now. This could be a huge opportunity for you to make one of the largest changes in culture in your company's history. If you want some practical, down-to-earth advice every step of the way, subscribe to my channel below, and let's do this together. I'll see you guys later.